Hey folks, you can listen to Idioms on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. And welcome to Idioms episode 26. I'm your host, David Dyer, and Idioms is my mini-cast. 5 minutes at the most, about the same time it takes to find that Allen wrench that came with your IKEA furniture. And as the name implies, I talk about idioms, those phrases we say in everyday conversation that seem completely out of place, yet you know exactly what they mean by the way they're being used. Good! So let's go. This is Idioms episode 26, and the idiom we're going to cover today is ignorance is bliss. You've heard it. So I'm having milkshakes with Nick, and he says, I get emails, letters, phone calls all the time, and it's always the same thing. You owe us $6 million in back taxes. I just throw it all away and keep moving. I guess ignorance is bliss. Literal meaning, to be ecstatic because you've turned a blind eye to matters of the world. Contextual meaning, to be joyously unaware of details that would probably ruin that joy. You can't be concerned if you don't know what the hell's going on. So let's explore the origin. Well, let's get the history of this one out of the way right off the bat so we can talk about the good stuff. Every single source says the idiom comes from Thomas Gray's 1742 poem called Ode on a Distant Prospect from Eton College, which sounds like a barrel of laughs. The poem reads, Thought would destroy their paradise, no more. Where ignorance is bliss, 'tis folly to be wise. Sounds fun. Now let's talk about usage, because that's the cool part of this one. And the idioms.com cites the usage of the phrase in its negative connotation because some people use it as a dig towards others who may have a different opinion than theirs. It's not uncommon to hear one side of a political or environmental issue call out the other side and reference their inferred lack of knowledge by saying, well, I guess ignorance is bliss. By the way, that also works when you forget to call your mom on her birthday and she needs to let you know. So let's look to the brighter side of things because I'm a more positive person, and thank gosh we've got Grammarist.com to help us do just that. They say that sometimes ignorance is bliss means someone is simply happier not knowing everything there is to know about a certain thing or situation, and therefore better able to lead a more fulfilling life. Here's why I identify with this take. I didn't fully realize this until I was older. I'm 51, and as you age, you start to realize that you've wasted an incredible amount of time on stuff that means absolutely nothing. You've been mad at people for stupid reasons, held grudges, pursued things either personally or professionally that you knew were dead ends, but you did it anyway. Did you learn from it? Sure. But now you've reached a point in life where you only want to know what you need to know to get the outcome that best suits everybody. It frees you up. It liberates you. It allows you to enjoy the moment more and be a better person for those around you. It's not being stupid or naive. It's called streamlining, and I think we'd all sleep a little better if we practiced more of it. Now, another area where this comes in handy is with children. As a parent, you're going to worry about your kids, but you also have to let them dip their toe in the pool. And they're going to do some stupid things. But you have to step back and have faith that the experience will help teach them right from wrong. Call it the David Dyer ignorance is bliss method of parenting. Keep your distance, but be there when they need you, and hope they come home at Christmas a little smarter, in one piece, and knowing that you're always going to love them. And finally, I come from a generation where you didn't know you were invited to a party until you got to school on Monday, and by then you were so worried about your chemistry test that got scheduled for a Monday that you didn't really give a crap. You didn't know that the kid you've been cheating off of in chemistry didn't like you. But now, with social media, everybody knows everything about everyone right now. You can see pictures of the party you weren't invited to as it's happening. You know who doesn't like you because they cowardly posted about you on Twitter. You're constantly reminded of your rank in the world according to people who have no business ranking anything. And as the father of 2 daughters, I've seen the negative effects this stuff has on our kids, and it's heartbreaking. I think we could all benefit from stepping away for a little while, from not caring whether or not we know the whole story, from letting others who don't even know us form opinions about us. My friends, ignorance isn't a lack of knowledge or information. Sometimes ignorance, especially chosen ignorance, is bliss. So that's it. Episode 26 of Idioms is complete, and I can actually name 2 people from my chemistry class who didn't like me. I'm your host, David Dyer. Thanks for listening. Check back for new episodes every Tuesday and Friday, but until then, I'll catch you on the flip side.